Hello again. This is Valmont Draconis. Welcome back to 100 Hours of Terraria. This is going to be hour 12. For anybody who has been paying attention, the last video, hour 11, I just discovered while I was uploading it that for some reason there's no audio, or I should say there's no microphone audio. Game audio is perfectly fine, but you're missing out on my wonderful commentary. The fun thing that happened with hour 11, and unfortunately you're going to miss it because of the lack of audio commentary, is during hour 11 I accidentally blew a hole right in the middle of my house right here, which led to this change here and me moving all the crafting stuff here. Yeah, a very unfortunately placed sticky bomb, and I'm just going to say that I did curse a bit. So perhaps me forgetting to activate my microphone was actually a good thing. Although I'm fairly certain that there will be plenty of chances to hear me curse later. One thing that I do feel like mentioning right now is that I'm going to be having a fairly tough time with things over the next few days. My air conditioner has been sucking, and it's a sure sign that it needs to be replaced. So I'm kind of like sitting here. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's not like it's really that hot outside. Yesterday went up to, I think, 92, 94, something like that, and it's only supposed to be like 80 out right now, but if it gets any worse, I am definitely going to be suffering here. So these play sessions probably won't go too far into the day. Seems like a pretty good idea for that one. electric items, anything like switches, active stone blocks, anything like that that requires one of these sources, or not from her, but from the this one right here, like the wires, the wrench, stuff like that. Anything like that probably will be a good idea to stick in that chest. I like to do that. That's why I put the Dryad here with the plants and seeds chest. I think it kind of fits. Obviously, it's still going to take a little bit of time for me to get organized. Not a big deal. Actually, to be honest with you, this right here, this whole house layout, this is eventually going to get replaced. This is not permanent. Seriously, I'm going to end up moving everything and rearranging everything. This is just going to basically be something to get all the NPCs in, and a temporary base of operations. Problem is, obviously, that after a while, I'm just going to have so much stuff that needs to be moved. I'll deal with it when I get to it. It might also be worth mentioning that I decided to change the settings and turn auto pause off for a little while. I noticed how when you're playing multiplayer, naturally there's no auto pause, so the game doesn't get paused. But the good thing about that, this actually makes it a lot easier to use items out of your inventory. As you've seen, I've been putting chests up and everything directly from my inventory. If you're not familiar with that, then, you know, now you can notice it. Sometimes it helps. Also, it's pretty obvious I had a blood moon at the end of hour 10, which is why that little block of wood was there. I recall that I had gotten a notice for a second meteor, but I never went exploring for it. I think now that would actually be a pretty good time to go looking for that second meteor. This is where auto pause being off is not going to help me. It certainly is much easier to get around now. With some of the equipment that I've picked up, it's really easy to jump around. Still no sign of the meteorite yet. Alright, that's cool. That's exactly the kind of thing that I wanted. I noticed the Steven altar here, and I actually have those lenses on me. I think it would actually be a good time to combine them. Done a bit of damage there. Couple of them. I'll be able to make use of them later. Not a big deal. A lot of oddly formed spots in the jungle. Or, I'm sorry, desert. How am I thinking jungle? Thinking this would be a good spot to take a rope straight up. Oh yeah. What do we have here? Yeah, not good. Oh well. Yeah. Melee some harpy. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Shiny red balloon. Nothing wrong with that. Grenade. Tin bar. Some rope. Well, I'm not entirely sure that anything here was completely useful. The balloon, I don't know, balloon might help. How the hell did you get up here? That would have been hilarious if I managed to pull that off right before I hit the ground. Darn it. Let me stop him with the guide here. Cloud in the bottle I have. Tinkerer's Workshop. I might be able to swing that. Why did NPCs always stand in the way? No. I guess I actually don't have enough money for that. It's alright. Nothing I can't save up for. Where'd it go? Son of a... Yeah. That is exactly what happened last time. Fuck. I am not happy. It's not my day. But then again, yesterday probably wasn't my day either. Or the day before, whichever it was that I played it last. A few days. Not sure what you can make with them. Figure it out sooner or later. Bungalow. This stuff is very, very important. Okay, this seems pretty good to me so far. I wish potions would stack higher, really. I think there's no reason why they can't. Oops. So finding my first Sky Island, it was pretty nice. I think I have enough room in my inventory right now. One thing is, I don't want to leave this world habitable, because the last thing I want is for an NPC to just randomly move in here. Sometimes NPCs can be pretty stupid as it is. I died at. Ah, here we go. I found my meteorite. And I can actually actually mine it this time. Good news is that this meteor is actually a lot more profitable than last time. Last time I barely got anything. It landed in a very bad area. Pretty close to death there. I think that's it for the enemies spawning. Wow. Yeah, I'm calling it a little bit too quick with this one. It's the fun thing with sand. Jeez, I am not done here. Will you leave me alone? Oh, I want every last bit. This is gonna be a pain in the rear end. Oh well. Oh, that was great. Killing zombies with sand. Oh, that is hilarious. More corruption. We're gonna have some fun with this one. Ah, holy crap. Yeah. Can I just say that is a lot of demon altars? Holy shit. How many freaking demon altars does this world need right here? Yeah, this world's going to need a lot of careful planning if I want that beach on the right side to survive. It's not going to work very well. I'm surprised. I don't see any chests here in the corruption on this side. That was the best way to do it. Return home quickly. Jungle grass. Alright, let's see what I can do with the meteorite. 95 bars. It's not bad. So I got 100 total. Unfortunately, the Meteor set doesn't really have anything better to offer than what I have. What it will give me, though, is another nice armor piece to add to my collection here. There we go. Really should put a door there. Interesting. That's a lot of money, though. Now, there's one thing that I kind of wanted to point out that I changed up a bit. Now, this is obviously, the spawning zone. This is where I start. These gold bricks that mysteriously appeared here. I actually, before I came back into the world and started with this character today, I brought in another character that actually has the GPS equipped. because the GPS is not available to me yet because of hard mode, and I really wanted to make use of some of its functions. I kind of gave myself a gimme, even though it really would have been easy to figure this out anyway. This is dead center for this world. Well, not dead center horizontally. From left to right, it's dead center, but vertically, it's not ground level. It's still, I think according to the GPS, it said it was about 270 over ground level, I think. So yeah, my world's actually quite a little bit above ground level, which is, it's fine. But I just wanted to get a decent idea of exactly where I stood, because sooner or later, when I actually do get into building my final base, I really would just like to have a better idea of where I'm at in relation to ground level and such. Being like 270, that gives me a little ways to actually build down if I want, and it gives me a little bit more room to build up if I wanted to. I'm not quite sure whether or not my final area is going to be above ground, like, you know, what I have now, or if I'm going to build below it. I think really at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what kind of base do I want to defend the most, or what do I feel will be easiest to defend. Previously I've worked out some designs for both above and below ground that worked out fairly well. I tend to build most of them above though. I'm thinking maybe I should dig this down a little bit and try below for once, but I'm not sure. I have time. There's definitely no rush. Alright, now I think I have an idea of what I should do right now. Furnaces and whatnot are pretty cheap and easy to get your hands on, so creating a couple isn't going to hurt anything. All these slimes spawning here is pretty nice. Nothing wrong with getting some gel. Don't mind this. This looks like crap. But this is going to end up getting taken down anyway. Suddenly I'm losing frames per second here. Huh. Ah, that sucks. Not what I was aiming for. It's a little odd for me to be having choppy gameplay all of a sudden. Pretty sure by now seasoned players recognize exactly what I'm doing here. buckets, the more merrier. Alrighty, and with this, I am going to call it quits for hour 12, considering hit the hour mark. See you later with hour 13.